Good morning, everyone. You can see here's a bright, shining rose, light purple or pink with dark edges of red, and foliage is very smooth, and serration is also very negligible, and it is a very beautiful rose, and it has very sweet fragrance, and it is here in my garden for last 2 years, and these two cans it sprouted this summer, and it grew so big, 6 to 7 feet, that I have to cut it down. It's behave like a climber. You will notice that flowering stems didn't have prickles or thorns. Only this thick, big stems are having thorns. So you can say it is very less thorny. And color of leaves are light green and very smooth, kind of thing, you can say. The weather is still hot here, and it is above 35 degrees. So you can notice that number of petals are less, and flower size is almost half or one third of the actual size in proper season. So it is look like a semi double or double petals rose. This rose is unnamed variety claimed to be from David Austin. So let us find out what rose it could be. Initially, I thought that this rose could be Eustacia Y, because that leaves pattern are very thick like Eustacia Y, and it is a flat rosette shape rose, but color is not pink, which is a hallmark of Eustacia Y. So it is some other rose. These are the old footage of this rose. So by looking it once, I thought it could be Jubilee celebration. But Jubilee celebration rose, that leaves patterns are different, and size is also very big. So it is not Jubilee celebration. This type of leaf pattern is also evident in Emily Bronte rose, but Emily Bronte rose has a very thorny stems, and the leaf pattern is a bit different. It has smooth serrated leaves, unlike that some serrated leaves of Emily Bronte. So it could not be a Emily Bronte. So I have to look out for a semi-double or double variety of rose in David Austin lineup. One is Moonbeam, and second is Peach Blossom. But both are not similar to this rose, as Peach Blossoms. So actual bloom shape or size is misleading if it is out of season bloom, or your plant is small, say 1 or 2 year old. So how to find the correct identity of the rose? In such situation, that habits of the plant or roses are very important. See the foliage pattern, how the color, shape and size of the foliage, whether it is 5 leaf set or 7 leaf sets, stems, how thorny it is, whether it's smooth less thorny, or very thorny like Gated jackal. These habits are important to establish a true identity of rose. That smell or scent of the rose is also very important, and similarly how high and how wide it can grow is also important to establish the identity of rose. So this rose, this summer I have seen that two cans are growing the height of 6 feet or above, which I have to cut it down because that cans were still not budded. I thought it may be a wild rootstock or something, but it was budded later on, and it flowered very beautifully. So that rose is having a capacity to grow in excess of 7 feet, 8 feet or more. So it is more like a climber rose. So I have to look out at David Austin catalog for climber rose, which are having less thorny and which is having leaf patterns of this type. And you can see that buds are in very close proximity of each other, so it is very dense at top of the branch where that flower blooms. So this is an indication that a bunch of flower in edge of the stems blooms up any of the roses which are having such habits. Another thing is very important, how the shape of the bud before opening. It is very pointed bud. These pointed buds sometimes having a very light pink opening, or that streak of red or maroon in the exposed portion of the bud. So it is a clear indication that such bud we have to look out in David Austin varieties. I maybe sound ridiculous or wrong, but you can see the leaf patterns. It is very smooth, light green, and pointed buds coming in bunch at the top of the branch, and it has ability to grow in excess of 7 to 8 feet, and it is very less thorny as well. So imagine a rose which have a very globular bloom and which seldom shows its stems, and it is light pink or yellow color in David Austin lineup. So what rose it could be? That one more thing I have to point out here, that we are here in Zone 10 or 11 in most part of India, and that weather is very hot. So that bloom size shape uh, may differ from perfect English weather. So, and one more thing, that blooms open very quickly. If one rose having globular bloom in UK, that can be opened up completely, and you may think of that this rose is some other rose. So based on this all growth habits, fragrance, stems, how thorny it is, I have to come to a conclusion that if I have to put my money on the name of this mystery rose, then it could be only one rose, which is Wollerton Old Hall. Recently, I come across this rose. It is pronounced as Declic. It's mean click in English. So it seems the rose is this one. The rose habits are matching with this one. I have seen few videos of the rose in YouTube also, and particularly some Russian bloggers, and it is matching with this one. And that it is a very tall rose, 8 feet it seems. So it can be grown as a short climber also. So I am happy that I can find the identity of this rose. If you are agree on or not, kindly tell me.